Hello and welcome to the Central California Conference. We are a family here and we are happy to include you into our family. I'm going to just go over some of our benefits that we have. This is for the full-time, regular, hourly employee. Our first benefit is we offer health care. Health care is for all employees that work 30 hours or more in a week. It is a very benefited health care and we're excited to give it to you. It does come to a little cost to you. If it's just you, it's $50 a month. If it's you and your spouse, it will be $100 a month. And that is also if it were to be just you and your children, that would be $100 a month. If it's your whole family, it's $150 per month. I just want to explain how spouses are eligible for our health care plan. Spouses are eligible according to the plan document if they are unemployed. However, our conference is a little more generous and they allow spouses to be on the plan if they are employed but are not eligible for health care through their employer. So it's really important if they are eligible through their employer that they go on health care through their employer, but if they're not, they can be on our plan. If that changes anytime, you just let me know. Prices have increased just a slight bit since the videos were made, and now it is $55 per unit. So 1 unit, meaning you the employee, is $55. 2 units, meaning you and your spouse or you and your children, would be $110 per month. And if it's your whole family, it's $165 per month. We have a health care that is self-funded, and we have an Ascend to Wholeness website that gives us all of our benefits, our summary of benefits, which I encourage you to go look it up, and the whole benefit booklet is there, and also to find a provider. So it's really important that you go to the Ascend to Wholeness website and you register with them, and you need to get points, which you've already found out when you did your onboarding paperwork. So I won't go into all the detail for the Ascend to Wholeness point system and everything, but there are points if you were wanting to have something more than our basic healthcare plan. Because our basic healthcare plan, you don't have to do anything. You have the basics, but if you want to have a more benefited plan, then you would get points every year. And if you have any questions on that, please give me a call and I'll be happy to go over it with you. Also, it's really important to know that if your spouse is on our plan, that they also need to get the 10,000 points to stay for you as a couple to stay on the Accelerate plan. So both you and your spouse need to register and get your own points separately. And just make sure by July 31st that you both have the 10,000 points and you'll stay on the Accelerate plan. But no worries, if you didn't get the points, we always still have the Access plan. When you're at your doctor's office, if they're drawing labs of any sort, it's really important to know and let your doctor's office know that the 2 labs that our healthcare uses is Quest Diagnostics and LabCorp. Those are the only 2 labs that they use, and it's really important that you, as the patient, lets the doctor's office know before they send your labs off. If you have any other questions regarding healthcare, please give me a call and I will do whatever I can to help you with that. One of the most important things that I do want to reiterate is that you need to find your provider, make sure they're a provider in our network, because our healthcare does not pay out-of-network costs. So that's one of the most important things that I want you to remember. We also have a retirement benefit. So we pay 5% of your salary for your retirement. But we also have the added benefit that you can participate in the match. The match is 3% more that we would pay, but the catch is that you need to put 3% of your salary in. So if you put at least 3%, which we encourage you to put more than 3%, then we're going to match 3%. And so that's another added benefit. Now, one thing the retirement office has decided and learned after a lot of research is that it's important that we actually give more than 3% of our salary for our retirement. They have research that we should at the very least, be giving 7% of our salary. Therefore, they have instituted auto escalation. So every July, if whatever percentage you're giving out of your salary, every July it's going to go up 1% until you reach the 7% of your salary that you're putting in. Now, at any time that you don't want to be contributing to your retirement, it's very easy. However, you have to do it. And you can go into the website for Empower Retirement, or actually you'll go to the Adventist Retirement website to the employee portion, and then you will learn how to log into Empower Retirement, because if you're working with us and Get Retirement, you will have an Empower Retirement site for you to register, and you can change the amount that you give at any point in time. There's a little scale that you just change it, you click Save, and it comes to our payroll department and they will adjust it. So if you don't want to be giving any retirement, you'll change it there, but if you want to get more, then you will also change it there. But also remember that every July it will auto escalate until you're at 7%. We also have long-term disability insurance for our full-time employees. And this is really important because of the fact that we don't pay into state disability. And so if you were to get sick for an extended period of time or get hurt where you can't work and you know it's going to be longer than 3 months, then we have this long-term disability insurance for you to apply for. And it will pay 66.6% of your salary and until you're better and can return to work or to a different job. We also have life insurance for our employees. We have for our employee, we have $100,000, for their spouse $50,000, and for their children $10,000. This is a highly benefited program. Most employers have $50,000 for the employee, but we have $100,000. So therefore, there's a little tax liability that you'll see on your check as an in and an out. But it's very small, and it's just taxes. It's not something we're charging you for. It's just a tax liability. So if you ever see that on your check, you can, and you had questions about it, you could let me know. When I talked about life insurance, I forgot to tell you that children are covered until they turn 24. So they're covered in your life insurance through their 23rd year of life. Once they turn 24 on life insurance, they're no longer covered. We have continuing education for our hourly employees that are full-time. You have $200 every year to continue your education, to learn something more about your job, to do anything like that. You just need to apply for it. And if you want to apply for it, you can let me know and I can direct you. I believe it's through the Executive Secretary's office. But I encourage you to use that continuing education monies. We also have a payroll system called Paylocity, and Paylocity is something that you can access. So we encourage you to access it so that you can look at your paychecks, you can print your W-2s, you can look at your profile. Plus, if you're an hourly employee, you're going to be clocking in and out with Paylocity. And there is also an app, but I just want to let you know about that. To register with that, our company set is B6381. As you've probably already found out, we have many trainings that you need to do. We have illness and injury, how to prevent child abuse, and all kinds of different trainings. We do send them to you via email, and they are something that you have to do every 2 or 3 years. So we always find that employees say, well, I just did that. Well, actually, it's been 2 years since you just did that. So it is something that we will remind you, and it will seem like that you just did it, but you'll probably need to do it again. We have another benefit we have a 2-night free stay at one of our camps. So we have 2 camps. We have Soquel, which is near Santa Cruz, near the ocean. And then we have Camp Wawona, which is up in Yosemite National Park. And you and your immediate family can stay for 2 nights for free. You just have to call the camp and make your reservation. And once you've made that reservation, then on our website, you will download the free stay form and fill it out and hand it in to us, and I'll make sure that those camps don't charge you for that free stay. Another benefit that we have is our annual camp meeting. And I have to smile. You can't see me smile, but I'm smiling because some people don't think it's a benefit, but I think it's a great benefit to all of us that we get to go and spend 2 weeks in Santa Cruz area. We work hard. Everybody has to work, but it's also such a blessing. And I enjoy going to camp meeting, even though I work all kinds of crazy hours, but it's just a change of pace and something different to your normal job. Every 3 years, we have to do our background checks. That's just something that is ongoing, and you'll get a notice from our department when it's time for you to do your background check again. And paid holidays is another benefit that we have. We have 9 paid holidays a year. Also, the day before Thanksgiving, usually our administration will give you half of the day off if you came into the office and worked the first half of the day. So if you came in for half of the day, they'll give you half of the day off. If you don't come in, then it's considered a vacation day. We also have sick pay, and then we have extended sick pay. The reason we have the extended sick pay is for one of those long-term illnesses. If you needed to be off for an extended period of time and needed to maybe apply for long-term disability, we have the extended pay because we don't pay into any of the state disability. So you wouldn't be able to get pay from the state, and therefore that's why we have you accrue extended sick pay. Now, we want you to accrue it and have enough time to take if you were to get sick for a long period of time, and therefore we don't allow you to just use it for short-term sick. You need to be, each instance, you need to be off for at least 3 consecutive days, and then you can go into your extended sick pay. But the first 3 days need to be out of your short-term sick. And that's for each instance of being sick. We also would need a doctor's note for you to use your extended sick leave. It is to protect you so that if you were to get real sick, that you would have pay. If you don't have enough short-term sick, then you would need, if you wanted to get paid for those days, you would need to use your vacation pay. We also have vacation pay, and it starts out with 2 weeks of vacation, and there's a tier system, which I will be giving you a copy so you can know how that works. It can go up to 4 weeks a year after you reach 9 years of employment. So the first year of employment, you would have 2 weeks of vacation time. We do also pay you if you were to get called to jury duty and get on the jury. We'll pay up to 15 days of jury service at your regular pay here at the office. If you were to get subpoenaed on behalf of the conference office, we would also pay for that time being away from your job for a subpoena. We have bereavement pay. If one of your immediate family members were to pass away, we would give you 3 days of bereavement to go to a funeral. We do specify what we consider an immediate family member, and that would be a spouse, a child, and that includes a stepchild or a foster child, a parent, including a step-parent, a brother, a sister, a father-in-law, a mother-in-law, a grandparent, and a grandchild. So those are what we, and I believe the North American Division, consider to be an immediate family member that you would qualify for bereavement pay. We do also have the Family Medical Leave Act. Being an hourly employee, you have to have worked at least 1 year of service and at least 1,250 hours in that year to qualify for family medical leave. If you were to need to be able to take time off for yourself or a family member that you need to care for. If you have any questions about that or need to apply for that, we have forms on our website, and you can also give me a call at any time for that. We do also have adoption assistance. If you were to decide you want to adopt, we will pay for 75% of the medical and legal expenses in that adoption. You would just have to provide us the invoices for that, and we would pay up to 75% of that. If you live in the Bay Area, we have a Bay Area commuter benefit program. If you would like to have more information about that, please let me know. We have workers' compensation insurance. If you were to get injured on the job and needed to go to the doctor immediately, we want you to go to the doctor immediately. Hopefully, though, you can let somebody know that you need to go, and so that we can find out about it as soon as possible. We do have forms that you need to fill out for workers' compensation, but if you were hurt to where you needed to go immediately to the ER or urgent care, we want you to do that and then fill out the forms afterwards. If you were to have to stay in the hospital overnight, that is something I need to know about right away. A family member or somebody needs to contact me so that I can do certain things. There are certain things I need to report right away to Cal OSHA. And a hospital stay overnight is one of those. A death is another one. A loss of a limb or eyes or something like that. Those are all things I have to report right away to Cal OSHA. So if anything like that were to happen, somebody would need to let me know right away. We do not pay into unemployment. So therefore, if you were to leave our office for whatever reason, you would not be able to apply for unemployment benefits. As a conference, we don't pay into that. And the last thing is I just want to say that we are an at-will company, and that just means that you could leave employment, or we can terminate employment for a reason or no reason at all. We do have some added benefits that are for purchase. But they will work with our payroll department and do deductions from your paychecks. If you are interested in them, you could let me know. I have a form that I can give you with the contacts and the information regarding getting those benefits. And I will just real quickly review them, but you would need to get in contact with me and I can give you the information about them. One is Legal Shield. If you were interested in that, legacy planning, that's through our department here in the conference office. We have a flexible spending account or savings account, and different medical things that you can purchase through AFLAC. And then we also have a supplemental life insurance, accidental death and dismemberment, if you were to want to purchase any extra insurance like that. Just get a hold of me and I will give you that information. Thank you very much and have a fantastic day.